Welcome back to Dumber Than Sack Hair and all this black that's yet to crack. I am your host, Nicole Mann, and we are going to try something a little bit different this time. We are going to try Google review drama So Insane It's Criminal. And subscribe, turn on those notifications, especially if you want to be notified when we start our bracket style tournament to see if any states are going to have criminals dumb enough to dethrone Florida man. At the end of Florida, we are going to kick that off with a head-to-head with Washington, D.C. versus Puerto Rico. And like I said before, they still have people kicking off with PCP in Washington, D.C. So you got some insane crimes up in there. And if you've been paying attention, Logan Paul is out there in Puerto Rico, so things are insane out there. So subscribe, turn on those notifications, because we want you guys to vote and help determine who's got the dumbest criminals, and especially if anybody can dethrone the Florida man. Now let's get underway with Google review drama So Insane It Is Criminal. So we start off right away with a juicy one. This one is Jimothy Baker. We're going to assume that is a fake name. And he says, "I know about the affair, Andrew. I've always known. And here's something you didn't know. You got my wife pregnant. The boy is 8 now. And since that boy was born, I'm giving him nothing but love. And in return, he looks at me, smiles, and says, 'I love you, Dad.' And there's nothing quite like being a father, Andrew. All those moments as you watch them grow up, you are there to celebrate their victories, help them back up after any failure. The love is pure and unconditional. You will never know that. This is my revenge, Andrew, and that should have been the best days of your life, but they're now mine. All that love you would have received, I have taken that from you. I have stolen your joy. But hey, the pizza was good." What in the living hell, man? Really? You needed to do that in the comments in the Google review section for the pizza? This is even worse. It's not often that a meal at a restaurant ends with you locked inside by the management. I'm struggling to find the words to describe how horrific an experience this was at Amma. A 1-star rating seems overly generous. Having read the menu prior to our visit, we were very excited to sample this new local restaurant, boasting a double Michelin star chef. My fellow diners and I try to eat out at least once a week, and I was surprised to see that on a Friday night, just a few weeks after opening, there were diners only at 3 of the tables. However, starters were ordered, one of which was the edible garden, which was a vase of lettuce leaves and raw carrots on a bed of lemon-infused breadcrumbs, accompanied by a large pair of tweezers as cutlery. Yeah, maybe they deserve a 1-star review. Another starter was supposed to be a lobster bisque, priced at 16 pounds, but can only be described as a jug of lobster gravy, a brown, murky liquid, rather than a beautiful creamy bisque that I was expecting. We raised our disappointment after the starters and moved on to the mains. 2 of us ordered the lamb, which was a long fillet with a random bone stuck in the top after it had been cooked. Really, they just jammed a bone up in there. It was delicious, however, even though only lukewarm. After another of the party ordered duck, which was hard to cut and even more impossible to chew, and it was stone cold, like Steve Austin. We sent it back and waited 20 minutes for a replacement dish, by which time everyone had finished their mains. Bearing in mind how quiet the restaurant was, we had spent much of the evening watching the manager drifting around the venue, and at no point did he come over to apologize or discuss our disappointment in our meal. We had also watched the chef preparing the food in the open kitchen, and it was therefore no surprise that the food was cold, having seen the process. We eventually asked to speak with the manager and told him of our disappointment in the experience in the food. We asked for the bill, which we were dismayed to find had not been discounted. Again, This was raised with the manager, along with the extremely patronizing way in which he was speaking to one of my 70-year-old dining guests. He refused to discount the bill on the basis that a replacement main had been received and the other food had been eaten, even though only in part. Based on our complaints, we requested again that a bill was amended, but the manager decided that he would instead call the police. We were happy to wait for the police to arrive and decided to wait in the lounge area, lounge in quotes, and were utterly horrified to see that they stood a man at the door and locked it. Oh, the shame! To barricade us in. To clarify, our party consisted of a female and 3 people between the ages of 75 and 81. Eventually, the manager agreed to remove the price of 1 main course and 1 starter, but would not allow 50% payment of the awful lobster soup, despite the receipt stating it was lobster soup and not a bisque. The entire experience was outrageous, and I would discourage anyone from visiting the restaurant, as the high price of the menu does not reflect the experience. One consolation was that the waitress was absolutely lovely. Here's what the owner has to say. I am commenting as the business owner. Although you were not aware of it, I was in the restaurant the night of your visit. I was unwell and my daughter was with me, so I decided not to directly intervene. I was sitting behind you and overheard you saying that you would get revenge, so I'm not surprised at your poison pen review. I find it tedious to respond to a review that is 95% untrue. The straight facts are, you were rude and tried to belittle my staff. You announced that you were paying 50% of the bill or walking when you eat all of the food you had and refused to pay for half of it. That's theft. This is why we called the police. No member of my staff locked you in. Your parents apologized to my manager, saying they were embarrassed and that you do this all the time in restaurants. We had to apologize to the other tables for your behavior after you left. I operate on a zero tolerance to abuse of my staff, and for that reason, you're not welcome in my restaurant again. So take that, Kyle, Karen. I love that. I was locked in. The horror. This is actually a really great one. I like this from John Baker. I've never eaten fish in my life, but I recently went for a swim in the ocean and was bitten by a fish. I'm not sure what kind, but it hurt. So I decided to get my revenge by eating its friends and family and harnessing the power of aquatic supremacy. What the actual hell is happening? I wasn't sure what type of fish was best for this, but Stephanie actually did a really good job explaining the various species available for consumption. She even went into details describing their textures and aromas and flavors. She then helped me narrow down my options to the meal that was right for me, and I loved every last bite. I got Cajun-style catfish with zucchini and dynamite fries. Thank you so much, Stephanie. You really know your fish and how to get revenge on aquatic life. What is this review? This is absolutely awesome. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh, this was huge. This went viral, and especially out here because this happened not far from where I live. I have been a professional medium for 15.5 years. I'm very sensitive to all of the energy forces that surround us. The instructors are great. The facility's clean. But when I walked into the studio, I was assaulted by the dark energy radiating from Monica at the front desk. And if you look it up, there are tons of memes of what people think that Monica at the front desk may actually look like. But yeah, I want to know, Monica at the front desk, what did you do to just, radiate such dark energy? 1 star, because Monica has dark energy. Oh my god, I hate these kind of reviews. There was a thing a little while back about people who go to national parks and give them bad reviews for ridiculous things, because someone had gone to a national park in Hawaii and gave it 1 star because while the volcano was erupting, it wasn't enough of an eruption to really make it worthwhile for us to go. Like, dude, what did you want? Did you want Pompeii? Did you want to die? Is that why you went? Was it not enough of a thrill? Like, calm down. So this is a review of a butterfly farm, and Slime Panda 7 says 1 star. Awful place if you don't enjoy swarms of butterflies. Also, the fruit is only for the butterflies and you can't eat it. Dude, it's a butterfly farm. Why would you go to a butterfly farm if you don't want to be swarmed by butterflies? That's awesome. That's just amazing. That's happiness. Who goes to a butterfly farm and then gets mad because the butterflies want to swarm you? Just awful. Like, Slime Panda, like, do you just not enjoy happiness? Like, what is wrong with you? That's awful. Okay, so this is awesome. This is my favorite. So I kind of have to, this is so great. So as you guys may or may not have noticed, I have all kinds of fancy nails. It's a hobby. I love to do it. I find it relaxing. So this is some true high drama involving a nail salon. And it starts by Phil Fox. And it says, this is a response from Phil off of a review. And it says, "Hi, Phil. You're not one of our They gave 1 star with no explanation. And the owner says, "Hi, Phil. You're not one of our customers. Your wife is one of our competitors' closest friends. Why review us 1 star when you've never been? Also, you passed away 2 years ago, Phil." So this lady who found all this insanity, she said, right. So I booked in and I paid £30 for these long ass nails, which are severely affecting my mobility, so I could hear the full story, and reader, it was worth it. Not only is there dead Phil, but there are new characters, including Jackie IE, Jackie Y, and Lynn. I'm going back next week for a petty. So she says, oh my God. And she found the other reviews. 1 star. Jackie, last name censored because it's probably insane. Review. Price is ridiculously expensive for a student. The nails overall look and are not worth the price paid for. The owner says, "Hi, Jackie. You're not one of our customers. You are one of our competitor customers." And then it says the name of the place censored. Nails in Castleford. You, along with 6 others, have posted a 1-star review for us in the last 21 hours. Not even a whole day. You've never even been to our shop. Wondering who put you all up to this? Gee, I wonder. So what she did, she actually did the opposite of what her intention was. Her intention was to actually drive the traffic to, to actually get people not to go there. And she instead accidentally drove the traffic. She accidentally got people to go there because they were so interested about all the drama going on. So yeah, like, she actually caused the opposite to happen. She was trying to get people not to go there, and she actually drove the traffic there. So that's hilarious. That's awesome. You get what you deserve. Trying to stop people from going to your competitors, you actually cause them to go there instead. And excuse my little face bubble getting up and down. Now I'm figuring out how to use this for the first time, so bear with me. This is, oh my God, this is the worst. This is the most awful, jacked up review you possibly could get somebody. The only satisfaction I got from this hospital is knowing that Reynard Heydrich died here. And for those of you who don't know that Reynard Heydrich, he was someone who was a doctor for the Third Reich. That's bad. Like, that's awful. That's really bad. I'm giving this 5 stars because we just attended the funeral of my brother's mother-in-law, and she would only attend 5-star venues. So basically, I don't know anything about this place, but the lady would only go to 5-star venues, so this must be a pretty banging place. I love this. This is great. Excellent service. Pizza was delicious. 1 star. Like, what? And so the owner's like, and by the way, this place is called Yabba Dabba Dough. Can you come up with a better name than Yabba Dabba Dough? That's fabulous. So how can you say that and put 1 star? That's not correct at all. And then someone else put, ordered at around 7. It tasted like floor. And Yabba Dabba Do says, was not even open. You're a troll. I just like saying Yabba Dabba Do. Okay. This laundromat review. Oh my good Lord. 2 stars. My husband and I literally found a dead body lying in the parking lot of this place last week. He'd been lying in the parking lot for so long that rigor mortis set in and no one came out to check on him until I called the police. But they got a great taco truck in the parking lot. What the hell? Oh. They have a good dead bodies, but good tacos. Do your laundry here. Like, this is why I hate reviews. People review stuff the wrong way for the wrong reasons. Like, absolutely insane. We will do one more. Okay. 1 star. Poor service. I was yelled at and told to fuck off to leave when I said, wow, everything is pricey here. Do not buy from here unless you like the disrespect. And the owner says, I remember you, and this was a year ago. You suck. Don't come back. Yeah, you suck. Don't come back, Christopher. That's what Jack has to say to our John. John says, don't come back because you suck. So that was Google review drama so insane it's criminal. If you like that, let me know by subscribing and liking this video. I will do more of them if you guys like it. There is so much more drama in the reviews. I will have others like it if you guys like this one. So like I said, you will always know people who are dumber than a sack of hair because they'll have no sense because it's no longer common. Another one I like to say is if you run into an asshole in the morning, they're just an asshole. But if you run into one in the afternoon and another one in the evening, chances are you're the asshole. Bye.